Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this video. Today, in light of the HST video, we're going to look at the Hornby MK3s. I've got 4 examples for you here today, all ranging slightly different tooling and obviously different liveries. So without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, here we go. I've got my trusty turntable back out with the 2 bits of track. Just before we start, I want to say thank you to you all for the overwhelming responses I've had to the Hornby video. It's been absolutely mental to see a video just climb up to, as the time of recording this video, it's on about 4.8 thousand views, just closing on 5,000, which is crazy really for a channel which, when the video was uploaded, had 19 subscribers. To get that sort of publicity is ridiculous. And yes, I would like to welcome the new subscribers to the channel. All being well, content should be going up round about once a week now. So without further ado, let's get the first Mark III coach out of the box. And that will be 2008 Grand Central one. So there we go, we got the turntable spinning again. Yes, 2008, like I said in the HST video, Hornby released their Grand Central HST, and along with it came the coaches. Now, in today's world, this is quite basic. I mean, I like the livery, it's very simplistic with the little Grand Central logo, and back then it did the job. I think these were only about 20 quid when they came out, so everybody were pretty happy with these. They'd had this tooling around for a little bit, but like I said, with updated liveries, it was something to look forward to. So 15 years down the line, I still think this doesn't look out of place. Yes, they've got big couplings. The other coaches, as we go further and further along the line, start to have smaller and smaller couplings, but they do the job. So there we go, spinny turntable. Sorry, going back around again. Now, here is a 2000 and it's either 15 or 16 release for around 10 quid higher, at 30 quid. Now, it's the same tooling, obviously, as that Grand Central coach, but from where I'm stood, they seem to have tinted the windows a bit more. Now, I get it. They're trying to make it look prototypical, but were they that tinted? Yes, you can see in slightly, but to me it just seems like the tint on the windows is a little bit too much. Aside from that, it's a fantastic livery, but same tooling as the 2008 Grand Central one, just with them rather annoying overly tinted windows. So let's see what the next one's got in store for us. Right, so here we go. A slightly later release of the Virgin Trains / LNER Mark IIIs. Now you notice on this one there is a different coupling and the buffers are missing, but you do get the original couplings and then there's some buffers actually in there in a nice little, call it a little detailing pack. Now there's one thing I forgot to mention in the previous clip, is that the first batch of these went for ridiculous prices on eBay. Started going up to about 70-80 quid per coach. So this was the second batch they released, and that brought the first batch price down quite drastically. Now I will admit, I was one of the the silly idiots to buy a couple of the original Virgin trains, East Coast, livered batch at a bit of an inflated price. Nothing 70, 80 quid, but I think I paid at the time 35, 40 quid, which back then when they were only 28 to 30 quid, a little bit stupid, but well. But yeah, so this one again is a 2018 release with the same tooling as 10 years ago, just another inflated RRP of around $34.95. I said, nice livery, nice coaches. Again, the tinting of these windows seems to still be a little too much in my opinion. If I just stop the spinning. Oh, hello. Sorry about that. Right, if I just stop the spinning, you can see inside that there is seat detail. And from a close-up, you can see inside, but when you're stood back, so for example, you're looking at your model railway from there, you can't really see in. And it'd be interesting, when the Akira scale Transpennine Mark 5s come out, to see if they've done a tinting of some sort of like this. I know obviously all train windows these days are tinted in the real world, obviously to stop people looking in, but you can look out at the same time. But I just think for a model version, it's just maybe the tint's just a little bit too much. Anyway, we're going on to the final coach, which will be the cross-country one, and this one will be the most interesting one, in my opinion, and the most complimentary. Right, so here we go. This is the updated tooled Mark III. As you can see by the end gangways and the end couplings, the now sliding doors, prototypical on the cross-country Mark III sets of today. You've got your correct cross-country logo, and then this is where it gets interesting. This is a cross-country restaurant car, and Hornby, credit to them, have prototypically made it work. Now I'd show you the other side, but from the other side it just looks like a normal trailer standard open. This is the side just mainly of interest. The point I want to make on this is that in today's market and in today's releases, Hornby seem to be releasing Mark III rakes in prototypical rakes these days, which is very, very, very pleasing of them and very good. It's good to see, rather than just releasing one coach every now and again like they used to. And like you said, they release them in the correct lettering. And it is to my understanding as well that there's loads of other rakes which have like trailer standard disabled coaches and stuff like that, or bits where there's a clear toilet and stuff like that. I think they're on the Great Western sets or some of the updated East Coast sets. So yeah, it's good to see. I mean, this has gone over the £40 mark for an RRP now, but it's a new tool, and it does, stood here behind the camera, it does look rather impressive. So yeah, there you go. There is Hornby's new tooled updated Mark III. I mean, they had to do it for the sliding doors. Like I say, with the ScotRail, with the castle sets on the first Great Western, and obviously these cross-country updated coaches. And yes, it is nice to see that they're doing them in a prototypical rake these days. Each coach is specified to the coaches in the rake, so it's not just 5 standard trailers, a buffet car and 2 first class. You've got your trailer standard disabled, and this is a, if I just get the box, oh, I was going to get the box, but I'll show you after. Give me a second. So yeah, there you go, here's the box. Trailer Corridor Catering, I think that stands for. I think. And then obviously the running number is 45001. That's a brand new running number for the Hornby MK3s and MK3s in general. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put them all lined up side by side, and we're going to just have some comparisons. So I'm going to start with the ends. Obviously on the Grand Central and the first batch of the Virgin Trains East Coast HSTs, they're pretty much the same. Well, not pretty much the same, they are the same, apart from there's buffers on the Virgin Trains East Coast one, and there isn't on the Grand Central one. And if we move across to a later Virgin Train / LNER livered one, you've got this coupling. Now, obviously, Hornby discontinued this coupling. They must have had some problems with it, because then they've gone on to the pocket NEM ones, which do twist like so when you go around the corner. Also, Hornby provide in the cross-country pack a set of closer couplers, so you can get these slotted in to be even closer. And I understand that the hump couplings as well provide an even closer couple for the Hornby MK3s. So now I'm going to do some side comparisons now, and we'll have a look at them. So here we go, from the top. To me, the tinting on the windows of the Grand Central HST seems to be bang on. I can see inside, but at the same time it looks just that little bit more prototypical. And then when you come down to the first of the Virgin East Coast HSTs, that tinting seems to get a bit darker and a bit darker again. Then on the cross-country one, it just seems to have been addressed just a little bit. You can see inside a little bit more. And you can see from the tooling as well, obviously the top three look pretty much exactly the same from the outside, but obviously the newer release from Hornby, you've got your updated bogie details, like your air pipes, your steps. I mean, they had to do this if they were releasing sliding door MK3s, but like I said, just nice little detail here along the bogies, and then on the ends of the gangways like I showed you in the previous clip. So yes, I think all in all, to go from £20 to £40, there needed to be a little bit more detail on the bottom coach, on the newer spec MK3s. They've gone in the right direction with these MK3s. I do think it's a fantastic coach, like the little enhanced details on the bottom there, enhanced roof detail as well. I mean, that's what you call enhanced roof detail, but I will. So yeah, it's the right direction for the MK3s. It's just maybe the price is getting a little bit away from them. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.